This is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into a Tuesday edition of Coach and Company on Stadium Bally Sports Live. This is how you get your day started. Educate, entertain, learn, laugh. You can also find us on Amazon Prime, DirecTV, YouTube TV. The list goes on and on. We love to have a good time. Now, we also have a ton of best bets. I told you yesterday, we're going to have 5 straight winning days. And I believe that. Morning show yesterday, 6-2. I'll take 75% every single time. Last night, kind of a ho-hum Monday night. The Dolphins cover. The over comes in. Unfortunately, they lose Tyreek Hill to literally a blown-out knee. Ligaments, dislocation. It looks really, really bad for Tyreek Hill. Speaking of bad, the Bengals, they are bad. They lose 28-3, and if I was a Bengals fan, I would absolutely be beside myself. Every single day is busy here at the brand. In addition to our morning show, we also have 2 shows at 2 o'clock. If you like pro wrestling, come on over to SiriusXM, channel 156 with your boy. Or if you want more heading into the evening, you got the boys from Weekday Wagers on our Coach and Company YouTube page. And I just looked at the numbers for the Coach and Bro show. You guys are loving it. It continues to grow. You can catch that on demand. And if you want to learn a little bit more, Monday Night Grind, the guys last night were fantastic. All right, coming up over the course of the next 60 minutes, if you want to become a premium member this week, we're going to pop on premium only. You never know. You also get an additional episode every single morning. So come be a part of what we're doing there. And we also want you to rep the brand. If you get any merch from our brand new merch store, send us a picture. Hey, ladies. Oh, interesting. Raphael. Wonder what he's doing today. We'll get more into him last night. Great on Monday Night Grind, but hell may have frozen over. All right. Housekeeping is done. My guys on Tuesdays, very impatient. Very impatient. Oh, there it is. They're ready to come in. It's time. Day 2 to beat the books. All right, we got day soccer, we got baseball, we got look ahead on the NFL, so we have no time to waste. First and foremost, look who's back. Apparently, he had a good time the last time he was here. My main man, Brandon. Good morning, sir.
What's going on, Coach? Happy to be back. Happy to have fall baseball back in Chicago as well, man.
What I'm talking about. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to break down all 4 of the playoff series, which start today. Now, this man was a part of Monday Night Grind last night. I wonder what fan he is of a team today. Mikey P, good morning.
Good morning, sir. I agree with Brandon. Nothing better than fall baseball. Maybe not necessarily Chicago, but Red Sox, Yankees, it doesn't get better than that.
You're damn right. That's the 3rd game on the ticket today. Now, we got to give flowers where flowers are due. And as I come over to the youngest member of our crew, King Lettuce, Young Peyton, your arch nemesis, your rival, couldn't even show up this morning after getting in to the Legends Lounge last night. Where's your boy Soupy?
Dude, Coach, Sloopy can't hang. He can't hang. He tries to go to the club for the first time in 30 years, and clearly the man's still sleeping. He's slooping. Sloopy can't hang. Dang, if he came out here in Fort Worth, he'd be toast.
He'd be burnt toast. Oh, Soupy. Of all days, you go into the Legends Lounge, you can't show up on the show. Now, apparently, he's not the only one, because we had 2 members. Boys, who's playing that music in the... What the hell is this?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, boys. I have no idea what time it is.
Raphael, what the hell are you doing?
You know what, Coach? Last night I put on my Z Cavaricis because I knew it was in 80s, 90s at the lounge. Got my Kango hat on, got in there, getting ready to pop bottles with Soupy. And the bartender told me he left at 9 o'clock. He left at 9 o'clock. I got there at 11:30. So I went everywhere. I've got glitter on still.
You've got glitter on still? Have you been to bed yet?
No, I just put this new shirt on because I had glitter and throw up and lipstick all over. I had to change shirts.
Well, that's a hell of a night. That sounds you're going out with Peyton in Dallas, Fort Worth. Oh, my God. Do you think you can focus for 60 minutes this morning after getting into the lounge last night? Can you do that?
Cubs are playing today. I'm 100% focused.
Wow. And Mikey P, I had no clue that today Raphael was going to be at the top of Kiss Up Mountain, because I have one image and one image only in my head right now. I'm going back 20. Oh, no. What are we doing? You're channeling your inner coach from circa 2002, Raphael? Explain yourself.
I think I wore a little better because I didn't have to take any slams. I didn't have to go through a table. I didn't have to do any of that. So I think I'm doing it better.
Mikey, who looks better? Me?
Oh, you're asking Mikey?
All right. Brandon, you're more of a straight shooter. Me? Raphael?
I mean, you definitely look better, but Rafi's right. You didn't have to get thrown through a wall.
Yeah.
Or spray paint my butt.
I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, but Nonsense McGee, apparently he loves it, watching on our YouTube channel. Just threw us a little super sticker. We want to recognize that. He goes, oh, hell yeah. A 10 spot for the crew, Rafi. Look at that. Your Kango hat pays for itself.
I need that for the tab. I haven't paid the tab yet from last night.
Hey, don't call the coaching company Amex. It's not working right now. All right, Rafi, welcome to the show. Congratulations. You were trying for over a year to get into the lounge.
Mikey texted me and I forgot what I was doing. I had the sound on. I didn't hear touchdown. I thought he was pulling my leg. I'm like, wow, this guy's an ass. He's texting me. So I thought someone else scored. And then all the text messages just started coming in. So Mikey, I apologize for calling you an ass in my head.
Yes, you did.
But I'm shocked. To be honest with you, I'm completely shocked I got in.
Well, I mean, nobody can take your name away off the wall. You're going to be on the wall forever this year with Mikey, producer man, Soupy, Kevin Walls, premium member. He hit last night. He's got 2 winners now. Last night was a night. But guess what, boys? That was last night. We got to get to it right here, right now. And because of Raphael bogarting the show, we got to speed our best bets up just a little bit. Brandon, awesome to have you back. I would love for you to start. Best bets, go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take Cubs money line plus the total over 7. Padres are 38-43 on the road this season. I love that play today. I also love Dansby Swanson in that game. 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs against the Padres. 34 at bats versus Pivetta. He's got 10 hits. Detroit versus Cleveland, the over 6 runs. I know Scooble's on the mound, but that bullpen can be had. And then Miguel Andujar, 2 hits, runs, and RBIs versus the Dodgers. Andujar slashing 389, 578, and 986 versus lefties in 93 plate appearances this year.
All right, so Dansby plays for the Cubs. Who does Miguel play for so the people at home know where to look?
Miguel Andujar plays for the Reds.
All right, so that's the last game of the night, Reds and the Dodgers. Keep that up there for a second, producer man, so people can get all 4 of those plays. While we're doing that, I'll give out Big Chucks. Champions League, 2 games at 12:45, 7 at 3 p.m. It's new this year with group play. So today, Atalanta against Club Brugge, over 3, -115. And that just means 3 push, 4 you cash. And Club Brugge has been scoring a lot of goals lately. So Big Chuck has been on fire. Yesterday's play, over 2.75 cashed in 32 minutes. And there were 10 goals in the game. 8-2 was the final. Chuck knows his stuff. All right, Mr. Poppin' Bottles. I can't wait to hear this take. Raphael, 2 best bets. You're up.
We're going to Padres team total over 3.5 -105. These 2 teams split 3-3 this year. And all those 3 wins, the Padres scored over 4 runs in those games. So I'm a little bit iffy on the Cubs pitching coming in to this wild card. Then, hey, ladies, we're taking the Fever Aces, both teams to score 73.5. Yes, I know 9 or last 10 meetings have gone under the total, but don't forget last week's or Tuesday's game flew over the total, and this is played in Las Vegas, and the Aces want to put a butt whooping. I said butt whooping because I'm a little bit intoxicated still. The Aces put a butt whooping down today. I think we're going to see a lot of points scored by the Aces.
Oh, that nasty language. Look what's happened. You get a little liquor in Raphael, and all of a sudden his mouth just goes. What was Fireball the drink of choice when you were toasting with young Peyton?
I go straight tequila. I don't do any of that girl stuff.
Straight tequila, no girly stuff, he says. Wow. Okay, wow. All right, Mikey P, big dog, coming over to you. Last night one of the worst bad beats I've seen in a minute. My man Mikey P, Brandon, had the first quarter over 4.5 for the Jets last night at plus money. And they fumbled at the half-yard line going in for the score on the first. That hurt. But Mikey P, if I know you, like I think I know you, you're going to come out like a rabid dog today, big dog. What do you got?
I mean, the Jets just Jets, right? That's it. That's all. It's not on me. The Jets were just the Jets. I can't be mad at that. And I won't be mad at the Chicago Cubs on the money line today in their game against the San Diego Padres because Matthew Boyd is on the mound and he's 12-1 at home. Everyone say it with me. Synergy with Brandon here. So I love that money line play. And then Red Sox first 5 plus 100. Garrett Crochet on the mound. And in 4 starts against the Yankees this year, he had 39 strikeouts. That's nearly 10 strikeouts a game for you, Soupy, just in case you're just waking up.
He's not up yet. The only reason he's up is if he's changing a diaper. All right, young Peyton, big dog. I need you to bring it home for me. What do you got?
All right, how many times do the Guardians need to beat Tarek Skubal before they're favored against him? I guess it's 3 times because they've beaten him twice the last 2 weeks. We're taking the Guardians on the money line because when it comes to these games in October, it's all about who's hot and who's not. And the Guardians were 15.5 games back of first place on July 8th, and they won the division. So not only are they extremely hot right now, but the Tigers are hot garbage right now. We'll take Cleveland on the money line at a great price, plus 138. And the Dodgers to cover the run line. Hunter Green throwing for Cincinnati, who went to Notre Dame High School about 20 minutes from Dodger Stadium. So tons of family and friends will be there to watch him throw in the playoffs, which is so cute that they all came and watched his last game of the season because the Red season will be over in 2 games. Dodgers hit almost 300 against Green. We'll take the Dodgers to cover.
Is there anything better, boys, than 4 playoff games on the same day? I'm here for it. I know, Brandon, I texted you last night, and you're like, man, I got tickets on every one of these games. I'm fired up. I am fired. Oh, look who just showed up. Marquee Model. Mark, I know you're an aficionado of history and TV shows. When you saw Raphael in his sunglasses and Kango hat, did it remind you of anybody?
You know, you'd have to go way back to 1982 to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He looks like the adult version of Mike Damon.
Peyton, you were not even a glint in your daddy's eye in 1982. What are we doing, old man jokes? All right. The only thing that's going to save you right now is the fact that we hit our JTS play of the day yesterday. I'm very happy about that. Can we go back to back today?
Damn right we can, and we're going to do that by starting with Aaliyah Boston of the Indiana Fever to go over 9 rebounds. Look, she has absolutely owned the Aces this series. She's averaging over 11 rebounds in this series. I expect her to have a big night if Indiana's going to be competitive. And we're going to pair that with another hot bat, Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians, to get at least 1 hit. He has done this in 14 of his last 16 games. He's batting over 350 against oh my goodness, the starting pitcher. I just blanked on his name.
Skubal.
Put them both together for a plus 104, just a Stat Sports play of the day.
I like it. There is the QR code. We want you to be a part of what we're doing. Put every tool in your toolbox that you have. Scan that QR code. NFL 100 is the code. And you'll get the first month for only a single solitary $1. First game today, 1:08 p.m. Eastern time. Then it's 3:08, 6:08, and then 9:08. Gentlemen, well done. But we're just getting started. Coming up on the other side, we're going to break down all 4 of the best of 2 out of 3 starting today in baseball. Also, Tuesdays are always a time to look ahead. And we target 4 games, 2 of the undefeateds, to see if we can beat the line, beat the books. That's what it's all about. That's what Tuesdays is. And then, of course, we sound off coming up in about 30 minutes, the best sound from the weekend. We're just getting started. This is Coach and Company. We are on Stadium, on Bally Sports Live, YouTube, socials. We love that you're here. Come on back. And it just makes a lot of sense. Today starts the baseball playoffs. Over there at JTS, Mark, give me a couple more plays as we go around the diamond.
You got it, Coach. This one's going to be a little contrarian given what the panel just suggested, but I'm taking the San Diego Padres on the money line at plus 105. The Padres have finished the regular season 7-1. They have Nick Pivetta going on the mound today. In his 4 starts in September, he's thrown over 23 innings. He's only allowed 8 earned runs. Compare that to the Cubs, who finished September 4-2 with 2 home series against who? The New York Mets, who were in free fall, and the St. Louis Cardinals, who finished the regular season losing 4 straight. They were already checked out. I'm backing the Padres here, who are trending in the right direction and have absolutely destroyed left-handed pitching, winning their last 3 games versus lefties by putting up 19 runs in those games, allowing just 5. I'm also going to go with the New York Yankees on the money line at -129. You talk about a hot team. The Yanks closed out the last 2 weeks of September on an 11-1 run. And while Boston has owned the Yanks during the regular season, the last season, the Yankees won 2-3, and that lone blemish was the only one that the Yankees had in the last 2 weeks of September. They're firing on all cylinders. I don't care what you're talking about, batting average, slugging percentage, WOBA, WRC plus, whatever. The only metric you need to know is that with Max Fried on the mound, the Yankees have won 6 games, the last 6 games that he started in, and they've won it by absolutely destroying them by over 2 runs, and that's why I'm taking the Yanks here to get the win in the Bronx.
It feels like a good bet. Mikey's going to be pissed, but hey, I'll deal with him. When it comes to the total, they're really low. They're very efficient when you're talking the baseball. How do they look over there at the model at JTS?
So the models are trending on the low side. The no-run first inning, I know it's your favorite bet, Coach, but the no-run first inning is a consensus overall bet for all 4 of these games today.
That makes sense. That makes sense for the playoffs because usually teams come out very tight, very nervous. It's only 2 out of 3, so they know they got to start fast. So I don't mind the nerfy mark as much as I would in the regular season. All right, those are 2 more best bets for all of you. Take the information for what it is. We're back live in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Coach and Company here on Stadium and Bally Sports Live. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like button on the way in. If you are a premium member, you get a star next to your name. And we love for you to chat and talk amongst yourselves. And we normally, if one of my crew members is not on screen, they're normally in the chat conversing with all of you. All right, 4 big series start today. 2 out of 3. There is no time to waste. So I need to see all my guys, Raphael, Peyton, Brandon, and then Mikey. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get some nuggets from Raphael on the game. Then I'm going to re-tee. Then we're going to piggyback. Mikey, Brandon, and then Peyton, you bring us some, okay? So let's start with the first series today. Raphael, the Tigers and the Guardians. And it's just kind of poetic justice that they would play each other, seeing how they battled all the way to the end of the season. And Cleveland had that epic comeback after being down double digits at the start of September. Start me off, sir.
If this game was in July, Screwball would probably be a -180, maybe even closer to a -$2 favorite the way he was going. But the betting public's been all over Cleveland. And then at 1:30 a.m. last night when I was at the bar, my phone binged. I looked at it. Hard Rock moved the total to 5.5 at 1:25 in the morning, and another book moved it to. We could see more 5.5s pop up before the first pitch.
A lot of people placing bets in the middle of the night. Very random. All right. Mike, I'm going to come over to you, then Brandon, then Peyton. Give me your take on Game 1, Tigers-Guardians in Cleveland.
I think this is a show-out game for Gavin Williams. Tarek Skubal is going to come in with all the attention, the Cy Young praise, but Gavin Williams, he got hot at the right time, just like Cleveland did. So I honestly think we see plenty of swing and misses throughout on both sides of this game. Very low-scoring game. And, I think Gavin Williams has a welcome to the playoff moment for Cleveland today.
Yeah, look, I think that when you look at the Detroit Tigers, people are going to see how they played in September and losing 20 out of 27 games and forget that this team was the best team in baseball for 6 months out of this baseball season. So for me, I'm all over the Detroit Tigers in this game. I like Scooble in this game. I like the experience in the playoffs in this game. And this is the 5th time that Cleveland's seeing Scooble, but it's also the 4th time that the Tigers are seeing Gavin Williams. So I like the Tigers in this game quite a bit, to be honest with you. I like to fade the public.
And how many times we're going to see the same script, not only between these two teams, but between these two pitchers? Tigers jump out in front with the lead, but then Scooble gets in trouble in the 6th or 7th. Just like that, the Guardians blow it up. If you like Cleveland in this game, like I do, I would live bet it as soon as Detroit scores first, and you'd get such a good price at plus 200. You think the Guardians were on clearance. I also like Cleveland winning the series because you just can't bet against the hottest team in baseball right now. That's not how you bet the sport of baseball. You take the teams who are simply finding ways to win ball games. That's the Cleveland Guardians right now.
There's no doubt about that. Would you like the Tigers in the first 5 based off of your analysis right there, Peyton?
I would like the Tigers. Yep.
I think that's a good look. Raphael, I don't know if you have it pulled up right now. What's the series price on this one right now? As Peyton just said, he likes the Guardians in the series.
This opened up pretty much a pickup, minus 110, and then slight money came in at Detroit last night, so we moved it back up to minus 120. But I think we're probably going to see Scooble, probably even game 3, how long he pitches tonight.
Okay, very, very good. All right, guys, good analysis. If you notice, they all have different takes. That's what sports betting is all about. Take the information that you like from the capper that you like and play that. Not everybody agrees, and that's why we do this. All right, game number 2. Raphael, coming back over to you. This is your squad. You made the playoffs. Now can they do anything with it? Padres Cubs at 3:08 p.m. Eastern time today. Give me something.
Yeah, this one smells like the highest scoring game. And I know the wind's blowing in, but the last 6 home games the Cubs have played, all 6 of them went over, and 4 of them the wind was blowing in, and the total was 7. I can see small ball for both of them, so keep an eye out for the total. It is 7, but a 6.5 dropped out this morning, and another one. So we could see 6.5 on this one. I'm leaning towards the over just because the history the Padres have against the Cubs. They won in 1984, going down 2-0 in Wrigley, which I was at game 1, which we won 13-0, and then the Padres beat them 3 straight.
Wait a second. We've had a 1982 Fast Times at Ridgemont High reference, and now a 1984 reference. Good Lord. Right now, we've got people watching, don't even know how to use our computers. Oh, my God. Mikey P. Coming over to you. Padres are kind of like the forgotten team. Down the stretch, they kind of played good enough to get in, but nobody's talking them as a viable contender. Give me a take.
Well, for game 1, I am on the Chicago Cubs. I love both of the pitchers for their respective clubs today, but Matthew Boyd has been phenomenal at Wrigley. And I truly think that this game's going to come down to intelligence, especially base running. I think the Cubs have the upper hand there, especially with Pete Crow Armstrong, who had a 30-30 season this year. So I think when it comes down to it, it's not so much a pitchers or a hitters duo. It's going to be who's better on the base paths, which I think it goes underrated in September.
Yeah, look, this is probably the most wide open I've seen the baseball playoffs in a very long time. You could name me 9 different teams that could make the World Series out of the 12 that are in it, and I wouldn't be shocked. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Cubs get swept in the series, but I also wouldn't be shocked if the Cubs sweep in the series. Today, I like Matthew Boyd. I saw him at his press conference yesterday getting all emotional about his grandfather being a Cubs fan and how he's looking forward to this moment. There's no way that I can fade my Cubs today, even if I wasn't a Cubs fan, I'd be all over the Cubs today with Matthew Boyd on the mound at home.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that Matthew Boyd interview, it's pretty cool. You should check that out. And that being said, if Nick Pivetta has a quality start for San Diego, this game's over because the Padres shorten games better than anybody. Opposing teams basically have 6 innings to score against the Padres because if their starter goes 6, you got to face Adrian Morejon or Wandy Peralta, then Mason Miller and Robert Suarez in the 8th and 9th. If you're down after 6, it's over. The Padres offense will get a couple runs because the Cubs starting pitching is not in postseason form, but San Diego's bullpen is what will win them this series in 3 games.
These guys are the best. All you got to do is listen, take a few notes. The best. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. We got to speed it up just a little bit. Red Sox, Yankees. Can we get anything better than this? 2 out of 3, Red Sox, Yankees. Raphael, give me a nugget.
Series price. Everyone's all over Boston series price. The most money is coming on the Padres series price, but the second most tickets written is Boston over the Yankees. I think just because of the Yankees bullpen. So if you still want to bet it, you can still get plus 165 out there for the Boston Red Sox series price. Everyone else has either plus 145 or plus 150.
Wow, clearly that's because they're playing this, 2 out of the 3 on the road. Mikey, let's start with you. Clearly this is your squad. Educate me.
9-4 against the Yankees this season was the Red Sox record. Garrett Crochet should be the Cy Young winner. I do think Skubal will win it, but the only pitcher to have 250 strikeouts. And final take, the Red Sox, because I said so.
Yeah. Look, I think this is a classic October pitchers duel. I think you're going to have a 0-0 game or a 1-0 game going into the 7th inning. I also like the Red Sox in this game. They own the Yankees.
Hard to bet against scary Gary Crochet. Led the league in strikeouts, 255, and the Yankees are right up there with the Angels in strikeouts. The Red Sox have seen Max Fried a ton, 93 at-bats. They hit almost 240 against him, which isn't bad. Yankees bullpen's been rough. I got the Red Sox taking game 1, but I got the Yankees winning the series, games 2 and 3.
Wow, that would be very specific. That would be very, very specific. By the way, I don't know what'd be worse, not making the playoffs the way the Mets did or losing to the Red Sox in the first round like the Yankees could. All right, the 4th game tonight, about 50 miles from where I'm sitting right now. And this is the Dodgers, and they're probably going to have Shohei winning his 4th MVP. They're hosting the Reds, who got in on the last day of the season. Raphael, bring it.
Big money just coming in the Cubs total right now as we speak, and most books are now dropping it to 6.5. But on this Dodger game, this is going to be a book liability game. It's the last game. Everyone's going to have the Dodgers on their parlay. The book's going to want to need the Reds, but I just think the Dodgers run line is probably going to cash, and that's where we see a lopsided number on the Dodgers run line.
Yeah, right now over -200. There's sometimes in the playoffs, Mikey, I don't mind laying a bigger number because it's only one game. And this is the Hawaii game for baseball tonight. If we lose the first 3, we're loading up, big dog. -210, a little hefty, but I might do it. Talk to me, Mike.
I like Hunter Green on the mound for the Reds, but I think the only thing the Reds have going for them is Hunter Green in game 1 and Elly De La Cruz in the first 3 games for the series. Outside of that, that's it. That's literally it. You got 2 people to showcase. This is the Dodgers series. They're going to run away with this thing. I'm going to go as far as to say the Dodgers will win each game by at least 2 runs.
Mikey forgets his man, Terry Francona, who just knows how to win in October. Look, I know everybody's on the Dodgers, and my baseball brain tells me to take the Dodgers, but I just have this feeling, and I am betting the Reds at plus 170 on the money line today. I love the Reds in this game with Hunter Green. I told everybody on BetMGM tonight before the season started, Dodgers weren't going to the World Series. I think the Reds win this series.
The most underrated 3-man rotation in the postseason is Hunter Green, Andrew Abbott, and Nick Lodolo of the Reds. But it's too bad only one of them get to start because the Dodgers win tonight. And you know who gets the ball tomorrow? The old pitch-to-contact Zach Littell. He's going to be throwing batting practice to Shohei. That's who's scheduled to go tomorrow. They might move Abbott up if they lose today, obviously. But that's who's scheduled for tomorrow. I got the Dodgers going 2-0.
So it's going to be quick. Are all the series 2 games and then the third one back? That's how they do it? It's interesting. Is your Shohei love, Peyton, still as high as it used to be?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Once he left an Angels uniform. What about your dad?
He's Mr. Supportive, Mr. Positive. I think he just loves Shohei and just respects his game. I mean, he's incredible. How do you not respect him?
That's very true. That's very true. I thought about your dad the other day. I was like, oh, man, his schedule lightens up a little bit. Just does the Sports Lodge, ESPN radio in L.A. When is he going to let you on the show? Because you should be on today talking games.
I should give him a call later. Maybe I should do it in class. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be really, really cool. Brandon, I don't know if you know, but on Monday nights, I may or may not have gotten a call from a professor because Ding Dong over here watches Monday Night Football while he's in his Monday night class. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I think you should talk to the professor about why he's angry about it.
Well, that's a very good point. I don't know why I didn't flip it on it. Prof, don't call me. I don't control your boy. Brandon said, ha! All right, gentlemen, well done on these 4 games. Now, speaking of 4, coming up on the other side, on Tuesdays, we start to look ahead. The weeks go so fast when you're talking about the NFL, and a half a point, a full point, that can absolutely matter on a lot of these games. There are only 2 more undefeated teams left in the league. What are the odds of who you can bet on to stay undefeated the longest? We've got it all wrapped up in a nice little bow, and we'll do it next. This is Coaching Company having a great time on a Tuesday. The playoffs start. Day Soccer, Champions League. What else do you want? Right here on Stadium and Bally Sports Live. All right, time for the fantasy forecast. We start to look ahead to several names that my guys think you can look at to set your lineups or just to bet on props as we head into week number 5. Mike, I'm going to start with you. What do we got today?
I'm starting with 2 rookie running backs who you have to have. One of them is probably rostered in every single league. I don't care what you trade everything to get Omarion Hampton of the Los Angeles Chargers. He broke out against the Giants when the passing offense was struggling. So get Hampton on your team immediately. And then Woody Marks of the Houston Texans. He might be the best offensive lineman if you saw him in pass protection for the Texans over the weekend, but he's quickly emerging as the team's top back. So go ahead and put your waiver claim in on him now.
I love
Last
it.
Tuesday. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I ruined my own flow. Go ahead, King Peyton.
Last Tuesday, I said start Jackson Dart. An hour later, he's announced as the starter. And then Omarion Hampton will have a breakout game against the Giants. I said he had 128 yards. So listen up, folks, because in week 5, we're all over Cam Scatterboo. We're going to see his rush yards hit triple digits against the Saints. They gave him 25 rushes last week. I think he breaks out for a 30-yard run at least in this game. And I think the Giants are going to be up in this game against the Saints. Cam Scatterboo a must start in week 5.
I listened to you last week on Cam Scatterboo. I played his rushing receiving yards over 78.5. And late in the game when they needed to salt the game away, what did they do, Peyton? They went to Scatterboo and he had 80, 90 yards, something like that. We cashed that ticket. I love these little nuggets. How much do you like him this week?
He's awesome.
How
He just like when you hit him at the line of scrimmage and it looks like nothing, he goes for 4 more yards and he just falls forward. It's really impressive. And when you take guys in yardage, it goes a long way if he does that multiple times.
Mikey, you like Scatterboo? 15 seconds.
Yes, I absolutely do. The only bulldozer who can do a backflip.
It is true. I love him. I love his college head coach. I love all guys that are excited. They want to be there, and it doesn't matter the record. They play hard, and Cam Scatterboo is one of those guys. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll also have this up on social media later today. We're back live, looking ahead, week 5 in 5 seconds. All right, it is Tuesday. That means we start to look ahead to the week in the NFL because it's never too early. These weeks seem like they go faster and faster and faster. Just yesterday, we were doing our countdown to the season, and now we're into week number 5. There are only 2 undefeated teams left. It's the Bills and the Eagles. So I got to see my guys yet again because we have 4 big games I want to look at today. So, Raphael, I'm going to start with you because you can bet anything these days. It keeps you in business. Can I bet on which team will be the last undefeated team left in the league?
Yes, you can. And I'm hoping U.S. Books put this out because I put this out this morning and Buffalo is minus 130 and the Eagles are plus 105 right now. It was minus 110 and it got bet all the way down as we speak. So it's going to be very interesting to see how much money comes in on Buffalo for the rest of the week.
Yeah, how much do you think the schedule factors into your number?
Well, it's huge because don't forget that Buffalo is coming off the Saints, but they played poorly against the Saints, and we're going to talk about that next on how poorly their weekly number is against the Pats.
Okay, all right. They have New England and at Atlanta before their bye week, and then the Eagles. They are playing a really hard one. I think it's going to be the Broncos, and they have a difficult schedule too. At the Giants. Not an easy one. At Minnesota, the Giants. I was kidding. Sarcasm before their bye week. All right, I need to see the rest of my guys. We're going to do this just like we did the baseball. I want my guys' take on these next 4 games. We're going to start with Mikey and then Brandon and then Peyton. Same order. After Raphael, you give me a nugget. So we hear about the undefeated teams. Mikey, coming over to you because the Broncos last night, they didn't have to do much. 28-3, and they didn't show anything because the Bengals were that bad. The Eagles, they have figured out ways to win games, not necessarily covering, although they did cover against the Bucs, but they remain undefeated. Mikey, start us off.
Yeah, I know some fool who was on the Bengals yesterday. That fool was me. So, hey, listen, the Broncos have a very good defense. This might be one of the most boring games in the NFL this season because Jalen Hurts is doing just enough. When you do just enough against a very good defense, you're probably going to get very little points. That's why when I look at this 44 on the over-under, I like the under. I do like the Eagles to win the game because Bo Nix is on the other side.
Yeah, look, Bo Nix did not look very good for much of that game. He's lucky that the Bengals defense was so bad, but I will give him this. He did get the ball to RJ Harvey at the end to cash my 9-1 parlay on the game last night, so I did like that one. But against this Eagles defense, man, the Broncos have there's no chance I'm taking anything near what the Broncos are this week, so I'm all over the Eagles.
Yeah, Bo Nix looked decent last night besides the pick in the end zone, but this Eagles defense at home will be a big advantage. The Broncos allowing just 16 points a game, which is second in the NFL. Their defense is great. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I'll take the under, but I'll also take the Eagles to cover.
Raphael, what do you got?
Books tell me they're probably going to move this to 5.5 when it comes to Sunday, because don't forget Denver's coming off a short week. Everyone likes to bet the Monday night fade on this one. And this total opened up at 42, and they got bet up to 44. So someone in the panel said they like the under. Wait, because I think this one climbs up, and we can see a 44.5, maybe even a 45.
Just drop that mic, Raphael. That's why you're here. He's our numbers guy. He's on our team, not yours. Actually, he is, because we're your team now. I want to hear more about that 9-1 parlay, big boy. Oh, that's tasty. All right, game number 2. And this is a matchup of 3-1 teams. You got the Bucks and the Seahawks. And the Seahawks have looked really, really good, except for the loss to the 49ers. This game is in Seattle. Raphael, what do you got?
I can't believe the books open up Seattle -1.5 on this one. This one blew my mind. This is one of the ones like, what are you doing? Quickly got bet up to 3.5. Now keep an eye out. Some books have 3.5 even money. That's telling you right there that they can drop that half a point depending on how much action comes in throughout the week. So if you like 3.5, make sure you get that even money, because 3 books have either even money or -105 attached to that 3.5.
Great advice, Mikey. Let me come over to you. It's always the hardest trip to go to Seattle, which is far away from everything. It's always dreary. It's not nice. And for some reason, teams struggle to play in that environment. Your take?
I understand that, but I also understand that Baker Mayfield is a dog. Which offense do you like more in this game? And for me, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Came very close to beating the Eagles. Time management was not on their side, but I will take a Baker Mayfield-led Tampa offense that's starting to find their stride over Sam Darnold of the Seahawks.
We have a nickname on BetMGM tonight for Baker Mayfield. We call him Baker the touchdown maker, and that's exactly what he does. I love Baker Mayfield. There's no way I would ever not take points with Baker Mayfield on the field. I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. I like the Buccaneers in this game.
Right off the bat, we see Baker and the Bucks plus 3.5, and we're like, yes, please. But I really don't want to touch this game until we see what's going on with Bucky Irving and what his status will be, because with Mike Evans not healthy, that makes Bucky Irving that much more important to Tampa Bay's offense. I'm going to wait and see what his status is, and then I will take Tampa Bay.
And that's exactly why we do this on Tuesdays. That information right there, and we see how the books will manipulate. Raphael's got the books on lock. We've got the business on lock. 2 down, 2 to go. Game number 3, and we're going to go to Buffalo. Raphael, Bills did not look great against the Saints. I think 31-19. They did not cover that. I think that went off at 13 points. They are the second undefeated team left in the National Football League. Now, you're looking at the Patriots. They went out and just clocked Carolina 42-13. So Drake May starting to find a home. Do they have a shot coming up in Buffalo? What do you got?
Yeah, books told me if the Bills would have took care of business easily with the Saints, and let's say New England would just play New England ball, this would have been a solid 9 as the opening number. Don't forget, over the summer, books opened this as 10.5 as Buffalo. So you could have got a nice number. Now it's at 7.5. It all depends on what shows up. If New England shows up like they did last week, I think we'll see a 7 pop up on the book. I think it just stays around 7.5 by kickoff.
It's such a fascinating thing, isn't it, Mikey, based off of what Raphael just said? Which way do you go? Does it come down to 7 and you wait, or does it go up to 8 and you wait? I don't know. Talk to me.
I think I'm going to wait for it to go down to 7. But look, the Patriots got not only lucky that Carolina was on their schedule, but that Mark Wahlberg predicted them to win by 17. That's the only reason why they blew out the Panthers. The Bills, when you come off a struggling game against the Saints and then the Patriots come to town, I think you put your foot on their necks and you drive them into the ground. I like the Bills easily in this one.
Yeah, Saints was the easiest bet of the week last week for me at plus 15.5, considering Josh Allen now 4-9 in his career when the spread is 9 or more. So I liked the Saints last week, but the spread's not 9 this week, and I'll take it at 7. I'll take it at 7.5. I'll take it at 8. Look, Drake May, when he goes up against good defenses, he's really, really bad. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills in this one.
Yeah, just because the Patriots put up 42 points against the Panthers doesn't mean this should just be 7.5. This should be an 8 or 8.5, in my opinion. The Bills at home, MVP in his own building against Drake May. I mean, come on. What are we doing? Bills cover this game. I have them winning by double digits.
I've got to get that T-shirt made. What are we doing? We're stocking up all of our different merch items in our brand new merch store. That's got to be one of them. What are we doing? All right, game number 4. And I'm not going to sit up here, gentlemen, and crow. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I was right. I'm not going to sit up here and say that the Chiefs are back. They just showed it on the field on Sunday. 37 points. Xavier Worthy makes all the difference in the world. But they're now traveling. To where? Let me check my notes. Oh, Jacksonville, the same team that went on the road to San Francisco and got the job done. This is going to be a banger. It's going to be on Monday Night Football. Raphael, give me something.
The books are telling me they're treating the Baltimore Ravens like they treat the Florida Gators and the Clemson Tigers. You beat a good team, but what team is that team you beat? And I think that's where we're seeing it with the number. This one could be -4 because they're at Duval, but that's not a home crowd that's going to get you pumped up for Jacksonville. I wouldn't be shocked if we see KC -4, the books are telling me, and I'll be all over Jacksonville +4.
Wow, I would be all over them too. I can't believe it's this much with a Jacksonville team that's played pretty good football this year. Mikey, is this number too high?
No, and Coach, you may not want to sit here and brag and boast, so I'll do it for you because a wise man once said that Xavier Worthy was going to be key to the Chiefs' offense. He was. Isaiah Pacheco finally finding some life. Listen, the Chiefs and the Jaguars game is not going to be close. That's great. They beat Brock Purdy last week. So I like the Chiefs in this one, and I like them in a very big way in Jacksonville.
Yeah, is it Duval or is it Duval? No, look, I don't think that there's not a penny of my money that will ever go on a Trevor Lawrence-led team. Not one penny will ever go on that man when he is under center. So I am all over the Chiefs in this, even though they did beat a banged-up Ravens team last week.
After beating the Niners in San Francisco, we need to take this Jaguars team seriously now. Their defense has been keeping them in games. Their linebacker, Devin Lloyd, leads the league in interceptions with 3 already. He had 2 last week. And Trevor Lawrence hasn't been bad, but I think the Chiefs look so good against the Ravens with Xavier Worthy back. So quickly you can just see the difference it makes in that offense. I like the Chiefs covering this game.
All of a sudden, you get into a lounge and you're shaking your head when King Lettuce is down here giving his repartee on the Monday Night Football game. Raphael, explain yourself.
Because we're looking at how they beat the Ravens. Everyone has beaten the Ravens this year. Now, if KC comes out and wins by double digits and the road against Jacksonville, then I'll tip my hat off and say, okay, James Worthy, whoever Worthy's on the football field can play. But right now, I'm not putting my stock in the Kansas City.
Wow. Look who grew some cojones, Brandon. Your boy Raphael right above you. What do you think about that?
I mean, look, it's yes, everybody has beaten the Ravens this year, but I mean, it's still Patrick Mahomes and it's still Trevor Lawrence. And the Trevor Lawrence, 180 yards passing last week. It's not like he was lighting the world on fire.
Thank you, Brandon. I knew there's a reason you were here this morning. Yes, Mikey, 20 seconds.
Coach, the Jaguars beat the Panthers and the Texans. Woohoo! What are we doing?
Wow. Raphael, it's almost like he said, hold my beer. I don't know. But we know Ravens. You just do tequila. What?
Beat the Ravens. Look who else is beating the Ravens this year. Us 5 can beat the Ravens this year.
I don't know why it's so hard for you to give good teams their respect. I mean, I don't know why it's so hard. Why
Maybe
you
this week I'll give him respect. Maybe this week.
I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. Gentlemen, well freaking done. Now, coming up on the other side, we sound off. We take a listen to some of the best sound from the weekend, and coaches are the gift that just keeps on giving. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Coach and Company, as always, on Stadium and Bally Sports Live. Come on back. Let's go. All right, even though they are undefeated in Philadelphia, does not mean all is right in the world. And when Nick Sirianni has to say, oh, A.J. Brown wants to be here, and your team's undefeated, that means there is a problem. Raphael, what are the odds right now on A.J. Brown to be traded this season?
Well, you know I love social media to make my betting prop bets. And when I saw him complaining, I had to put a prop bet. He's plus 110 to get traded next year and minus 150. Oh, no, minus 150 to be traded next year, plus 110 to be traded this year. He's not going anywhere. But next year, he gone.
Brandon, your thoughts on those odds?
Yeah, look, A.J. Brown's got to go somewhere. He's clearly not happy. You can see it in his body language. You can see it in his face. And hell, you can even see it in his words. So I would trade him, but I'm not so sure he moves this year.
Interesting. I agree. Mikey.
Yeah, I think he's not going anywhere. First and foremost, the Eagles need to be prepared for life after A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith is not leading your team in the passing game. He's simply not. I think A.J. Brown sticks around, and I'm so sick of these, armchair GMs making make-believe trades because someone makes an Instagram post.
Hey, don't get hot. I like my Instagram posts. King Lettuce, your thoughts?
I mean, trade him or throw him the football. Do one or the other, but you got to do something because he's not getting the ball and he must be really frustrated about it. And he just looks like such a nice, likable guy. And he seems like he's got a pretty good personality. When a guy like that looks pretty frustrated, it says something.
Well, we remember a week ago, we talked about it on the show, didn't we? We said Greg Olsen was like, hey, make this simple. Throw it to A.J. Brown. What'd they do in the second half? They threw it to A.J. Brown, and he had 6 catches and 100 yards. And then last week against Tampa, they went away from him. I don't understand what they're thinking because, Mikey, to your point, Devonta Smith. Raphael, 15 seconds.
He'll be top 10 for betting prop bets this week, A.J. Brown. I can guarantee you.
Let's keep an eye on that. Because I think you're probably right. That's what fans love to lean into those props. Oh, he's angry. They're going to throw him the ball. We'll see. All right, it's time to sound off as we're back live on Stadium in just 5 seconds. Oh, we love ourselves a good interview around these parts, and college coaches and NFL coaches and players alike, they love to deliver. So every single Tuesday, we like to sound off.
I mean, if we keeping the buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4. We have this one. We got nothing to lose.
Why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
Your offense has struggled to take advantage of those takeaways.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you tell them to get things going?
That it wasn't our brand of football. We're capable of a lot more, and so we're hitting the reset button here at halftime, and we're going to come back and establish our identity here in the second half.
So you need to change what you're doing.
I don't know. You think so? We're going to be just fine.
And what did you think of the game? That's more important.
It's just a tale of, 3 out of our 4 losses. Teams will shoot themselves in the foot, and we come back and shoot ourselves in the head.
Very interesting. Mikey, I got to come over to you because your head coach, Ben Johnson, he has now apologized to the reporter. I didn't think he did anything wrong. It was in the middle of a game. They weren't playing that well. He was hot. I had no issues with it. And apparently a lot of people are SAWFT soft these days. Your take?
Beyond soft. Remember Greg Popovich on the NBA sidelines? Even Craig Sager got some smoke from him going, don't you only get 2 questions? Like, just be prepared as a sideline reporter that if you're asking a losing coach a question, he's not happy. Stop being soft.
And give me one question and make a point. Not how do you feel? What do you change? Raphael, your thoughts?
This is the era we live in. Everybody is soft because everyone has a camera, everyone has a microphone, everybody is soft.
I know they don't like the live interviews, Brandon, but the bottom line is head coaches are now making $8 to $10 million a year. Why? Because of TV contracts. You're making a ton of money, and all you got to do is stand there and answer 1 or 2 questions. It's not that hard. I fall on the side of these are good coaches, be better.
Yeah, look, the journalist is just doing her job. But me personally, I don't need to hear from a coach at halftime, before or after. There's just no need for me to hear from him. Let me hear from him before the game and after the game. No need to hear it. I had no problem with the way Ben Johnson reacted to a stupid question.
Normally, they don't give us that much anyway. For smart people like ourselves, Peyton, we can see we got to play better defense. Our special teams is turning the ball over. It's usually just stuff like that.
I mean, was it a question or was it just like a statement? I don't even know where she was going with that. You got to change what you're doing. Like, I mean, how are you going to react? I mean, I would be really upset. And that's exactly what he did. At least change it into how are you going to change this or how are you going to do this? Make it a question if you're a reporter. Ugh.
And isn't it, guys, the reason we do those interviews, the whole basis is for entertainment purposes, right? It's so if you're going to do it, don't we want a coach fired up? Don't we want a coach that will answer it and however we get it, that's what we get? It doesn't have to be, rainbows and lollipops all the time. This is the National Football League, damn it. Gentlemen, well done. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that weren't here at the top of the hour. We get it. Your break is only so long, and you don't like to hide under the desk and say, I'm watching Coach coming. Hey, it's embarrassing. It's awkward. I know. But you might not have gotten our best bets at the top of the hour. And we've got day soccer. We've got baseball, 4 of them. And we've got look-aheads. So it's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less. Just 1 or 2 nuggets is all that I need. Raphael, start us off.
We'll go with the Padres team total over 3.5 lane. The nickel, I just think we're going to see small ball, produces a lot of runs. It can win shock me if we see like a 5-3 type of game with no home runs, and I think the Padres win game 1. And then, hey, ladies, give me the Fever Aces, both teams to score over 73.5. Yes, they've been playing under games, but this is a closeout game, and the Fever will put some points on the board, but the Aces win easily.
Let's come downstairs. Mikey P, you're up next.
Give me the Cubs on the money line. Matthew Boyd, 12-1 at home at Wrigley Field. And then the Red Sox first 5 plus 100 because I said so.
Yeah. Peyton, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Guardians beating Scooball for the 3rd time. They beat him twice in the last 2 weeks. Got them doing it again today. And the Reds season will be over in 2 games. Dodgers hit almost 300 against Hunter Green. We'll take the Dodgers to cover.
All right, Brandon, you got a little synergy with our boy Mikey P. Rip him off, kid.
Yeah, look, Cubs money line total over 7. I'm not just going to take the Cubs on the money line. I like them to score a bunch of runs today. Dansby Swanson 2+ HRR versus the Padres and 34 at bats versus Pivetta, 10 hits, a double, and 2 home runs with an 819 OPS. Detroit versus Cleveland over 6 runs. 5th time Scooball has faced Cleveland this season. 4 times Williams has faced Detroit. And Miguel Andahar of the Reds, 2+ HRR versus the Dodgers, slashing 389, 578, and 986 versus lefties this season.
So Peyton could win the Guardians on the money line, and we want runs. Let's cash both. Let's hit it. Then Big Chuck, he sent one in from the Champions League today. 2 games at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 more at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Atalanta taking on Club Brugge over 3. Both teams, especially Club Brugge, they love to score. Love this, only laying the 3 nickels. All right, our JTS play of the day. Let's make it 2 in a row. Marky Model.
We're going to go with Indiana Fever, Aaliyah Boston, to go over 9 rebounds tonight, something she has done in 4 of the last 5 games. She's played the Aces, averaging just north of 11 rebounds. And we're going to pair that with Cleveland's Jose Ramirez in the early game to get at least 1 hit, something he's done in 8 of his last 10 home games. Put them both together, you get a plus 104, just as Stat Sports play of the day.
All right, come on over and join what we're doing, the party at JTS. Scan that QR code. Our code is NFL100, and you will get the first month for a single solitary dollar. Now, Raphael, I need you to make me smarter.
Baseball, because why not? We have 4 games in baseball. The betting favorite has covered the run line in each 5 games between the Red Sox and Yankees.
Wait, say that one more time. The betting favorite
has covered the run line in each of the last 5 games between the Red Sox and Yankees.
Covered the run line. So today the favorite is the Yankees, I would assume. Yes? So your nugget tells me they win by at least 2 runs today.
Yes.
Mikey, when you hear that.
Listen, the New York sports teams have to worry about a player saying they shoot themselves in the head if you're a member of the Jets. I'm not worried about anything going on in New York. The Yankees will collapse just like the Mets, just like the Jets.
Wow. Brandon, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I think that the Yankees are losing this baseball game. I like the Red Sox in this game. Crochet, there's no way I'm betting against them. Even with those numbers, which are really good numbers, I'm taking the Red Sox.
Wow. Raphael, nobody agrees with you. Mark, why are you shaking your head?
Because I absolutely agree with Raphael, because it's not just the Yankees cover, but when Frida's on the mound, they've won his last 5 of his last 6 games by at least 2 runs. I love that.
Wow. Peyton, break the tie.
I agree with Brandon, who said they're going to win this game. Yankees are winning the series. After Gary Crochet, who do you start? Lucas Giolito's not even on the playoff roster. He got elbow issues.
All right. Game number 1, 1:08 p.m. Eastern time. What a great show. What a great time we had today. We have plenty more content. Subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Turn on those notifications. You won't miss any of it. In the meantime, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire team, damn it, do I love them all. My man Brandon, Mikey P, Young Peyton, Marky Model, and of course, the man popping bottles all night, and he stayed awake. My man Raphael, producer man behind the scenes. I'm simply the coach. Trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day right here on Stadium and Valley Sports Live. All righty. Oh, good job today, boys. Really good job today. I thought that flowed nicely with the